Hi. It's smack dab in the middle of the full moon in Scorpio, and I'm having a mini meltdown. I don't even know if I'll post this. It's really vulnerable, but that's Francie, my little muse who alchemizes me when I'm going through a hard time. She's always there. I'm just distracting myself at this point. Vulnerably, honestly, transparently, I'm done running, and what someone dear to me brought up helped me bring up, as she beautifully does over and over without even saying it. She draws you in to find your own conclusions, and that I'm being real today. So one of my deepest, darkest core wounds is from an early age, just because of all the beautiful, powerful, painful things that I've been through, because it all gets to exist. But I've felt alone. I've felt different. I've felt a lot of times isolated, even when I was surrounded by people. And it's painful. And I'm coming to terms with that as I peel more layers away of myself that aren't authentic. Layers of my ego that keep me safe. That I no longer need because I'm always safe. What I desire most in this world is connection with true others, soul family, people who aren't wanting to wear masks anymore, who aren't wanting to play roles anymore, but are doing the work to continuously peel layers of their egos away to find their true self. Not many people do this work. Doesn't make me better or worse, or it's just a fact that not many people yet. I believe there's more and more doing it as time goes on this plane of existence that we call humanity. Time isn't linear, really. But I have felt alone most of my life. And it leads you to, when you're still running from yourself, it leads you to people who don't have your best interests at heart. So then it only adds on more trauma and more bad experiences and ways that universe is trying to help you to find your true self. And until you stop running, until I stop running, our true selves are always just kind of calling to us to come home. It's what I use my moniker, the particles of soul. It's, collecting lost particles of soul. That's what I'm doing in my own life. It's what I'm here to support others do. others with. I'm processing in this moment, so I'm not all here, honestly. But I felt it important to just get on in the moment and record this for either my own or whether I release it. I'm not sure yet. But I feel super vulnerable, and I know I'm not the only one that feels this way. Most of humanity is disconnected. It's by design. From negative powers that be. I don't know how to describe them anymore. My words are shifting as I sit in this new energy that I'm getting. And I'm finding that words constantly shift. Human words. Energy stays the same, and I read that. That's part of what I'm speaking of now is I've always read energy. It doesn't lie. And spiritually, when I'm sitting in those gifts of being able to read that, it's comforting because I know the truth. But I'm here on this planet living a human life. So I need to learn that language, and words have always eluded me to the point of I just kind of go within and keep to myself and stop trying. Stop putting myself out there to connect with the people that I desire to connect with most. And this goes for platonic relationships as well as romantic. You know, when you close your heart, sure, you'll stop yourself from getting hurt, but you're also not going to find the people that see you for who you are. That true connection that you crave, as we all do. That's what we're here for as humans, to connect. Because we all are energetically connected. The collective, we're one. We just lose our way and forget that. And so we push others away out of fear or rage or grief or guilt or shame, whatever. But it leaves us feeling, and leads us if we continue, it leaves us feeling empty and cold and sad and scared. And that always leads me back to inner child work, where it all began. How we were treated as children and how we want to be treated as adults. And we're the only ones individually that can go within and reparent our inner kids that are hurting and crying and scared. And we get to go in and ask them, what do you want to experience today? What do you want to learn today? I didn't learn as a kid a lot of life lessons which keep me struggling even now in my 50s. Like discernment and boundaries. I was dissociated most of my life. Not here in my body, really. Wearing some kind of costume and running around acting because I wasn't my true self. That essence was taken from me a long time ago. And now I'm on a quest to put her back together, which is why I'm here, because I know I'm not the only one. So, if this speaks to you, leave me a comment, reach out. Let's support each other. I love the work that I do because it brings people back to themselves. Spirit speaks to me through readings. Spirit speaks to me through connecting with others. And I'm not sure if this video, I think it's just kind of a diary entry, a journal entry, so that you can see where I'm at authentically. I think that's important, that we start sharing authentically where we're at. This definitely isn't for follows or likes or clients, or it's for true connection. It's for being seen in a vulnerable place, because that's healing. And when you aren't words, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Most people don't give you the chance to process in the moment and figure out where you're coming from and what you are trying to convey. And I guess it's a gift, because those aren't the people for me, but this is exactly what I'm talking about. It takes me, in the moment sometimes, time to process. When I'm feeling vulnerable and triggered, I get scared and words elude me, because I feel so much energy and it's all swirling inside and it's coming in, and words elude me. So I need time to ground in the moment and focus. And what I'm trying to say is, I'm human. Desiring true connection, but not just any connection. I could have anybody, right? Friend, lover, whatever. I have gotten connections from many beautiful people, whether they be right for me or not. They're all beautiful in their own way. It just doesn't make everyone right for us. That's a lot of energy to take on. There's billions of people on this planet. We're not meant to interact with every single one of them. I desire those who are truly meant for me. Truly. And it doesn't mean I don't wish to interact with anyone outside that circle, because everyone is a teacher or a moment that's beautiful. You know, a stranger smiling at you just feels good. And that might be the only interaction that you ever have with them. They all get to exist. They are all meaningful in their own way. Yet I'll come back to what this video, I believe, is about, and that is truly wanting connection with soul family. And not feeling so alone in the world. And I'm not sure necessarily how to get there. So I'd like to bounce ideas off of like-minded, like-souled people. I don't know, maybe we can create a container, or I'm not sure in this moment. And in this moment, I'm sitting as an infant, and I'm asking for, I don't know, someone to feed me nourishment as I feed myself. I mean, yes, all of the answers are within, and it's important to sit with self over and over again and integrate shadows and do all that work. And I have, and I am, and I will continue to do so. I will always learn and grow. Always. The person that I end up with romantically will always learn and grow. It doesn't last otherwise. So individually, yes, we are alone. We're a soul in a human body, traversing this life, just trying to remember parts of ourselves and bring them back home. And we are living a human life, and humans are designed to connect. Humans are designed to love. And I want a balance of both. Right now in this moment, that's what I desire. That could shift in the next hour, which is part of the beauty of remembering who you are, a soul in a human body, is that you flow and things change and it starts being okay and you just go with it. So I don't know if I'm going to cringe when I watch this back. I'm deciding whether I'm going to post it or not. I don't know if I'm all over the place or making sense or not, but as uncomfortable as it was, I knew it was something I had to record in this moment, if nothing else but for a journal entry for myself. This full moon in Scorpio has been so amazingly beautiful in what it's brought up for me, from the dregs to, I mean, Scorpio is deep. It's my rising. I'm a Scorpio rising, so I have a lot of water in my chart. That's why I feel so deeply. And it's been very cathartic to sit in it and allow things to surface that I get to look at and be an observer. Because in the past, they triggered me and I panicked and I would feel great anxiety and all the stuff. And it was uncomfortable. And this time, yeah, there was a little discomfort, but it was more about being in my own school of who I am, which is kind of cool. It allowed me to peek behind the curtain, if you will, and see parts of myself that I've hidden from me. Again, not many people do that, take that opportunity. because it is painful when you first start doing it. But it also becomes our becoming. And it's otherworldly. And I do not have human words for it in the moment. It's a beautiful, profound experience. And I will not lie and say that's all it is, because it's extremely painful as well. Balance. But it's worth it. And I highly recommend it. And I'm blessed to be on this path. And I wouldn't be if my ex-husband didn't have the guts to leave our marriage. When we divorced, we were together 22 years. And it wasn't pretty how he left, and I don't agree with it, and I've forgiven him. But if he hadn't done it, I wouldn't have found or been on the journey to find who I truly am. So it was a gift, and he is not who I was meant to end up with in this life. He was an accumulation, an amalgamation of centuries of life lessons. And I will always cherish what we went through together. It wasn't pretty. At times it was. And now I get to experience something different for the first time in my life. As I find my true self, I get to experience something different. And I am ready for that. And I'm excited about that. And I welcome you, if you've been sitting on the fence about this work, I welcome you, because your life will never be the same. And I don't know what that means to you individually, but I can tell you that I don't regret anything that's happened to me. And I don't regret being on this journey in the least. So I think I'm going to end it there. And I love all of you. And I'm grateful for all the experiences in my life and the ones yet to come. And I'm excited for the unknown for once, instead of it scaring the crap out of me. Thank you for sitting with me in a vulnerable moment. If more of us were open to being seen in vulnerable moments, the disconnect would disappear and we would find our true people. I think I'll leave you with that. Yeah. I love you.